Hello! What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Rebuking MB, and the next Karate Kid, because why the hell not, is a 1994 film that is not directed by the same director from the first three films. This time it's directed by Christopher Kane, and this movie takes place 10 years after the original film, except for it's not Ralph Macchio, it's not Daniel San, no, it's Julie San. Julie San is played by Hilary Swank. She is this girl that's having these issues because of her parents dying, and she's giving her grandmother crap, and she's not doing her homework, barely going to school. Mr. Miyagi has to come to Boston, where she lives, because of an old military friend that died. So while he's there, the grandmother asks him to watch her. And in watching her, he not only realizes that she's a little troubled, but he tries to train her in karate, because it's the name of the movie, so why not? This movie, man, I didn't hate the film. I'm not sitting here saying, wow, this is the worst steaming, stinking pile of dog crap ever. No, it's just there. It exists. I guess they made it to try to capitalize and milk as much that was left from the franchise as that's possible. If that was even possible. Clearly it wasn't. The biggest problem is that Hilary Swank's Julie character, she's not obviously a bad actress. Hilary Swank has done some good movies with some good performances, so it's not necessarily that. It's just her character is very unlikable. Especially at the beginning, where you see that she's being her rebel self. You see that she's lashing out and acting against the grandmother, which is messed up in and of itself. But you see that she's not willing to listen to reason or anything. She thinks she has everything figured out as far as her future in life, and she just comes off as an annoying, bratty teen. Was I this annoying as a teenager? Who knows? But all I can do, being a 32-year-old guy right here, right now, is to realize, man, she is annoying. She is. Look, I fine. She has issues. She's has trust issues. Her parents died. So again, I get it, but it's still not an excuse. Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita, probably the best part of the film, just because he is that connection. He is that same character. He's older now. He's 10 years older from the original, so you can feel it, you can tell it. Especially the couple of scenes where he does do some karate-like moves. You can tell that it's just the other actor or stunt guys going along with every move that he's doing. It is funny that Miyagi, you never see Miyagi get hit. You never see him get taken out or even punched once, or any vulnerability at all when it comes to fighting. I get it. He's the sensei. He's the teacher. He knows what's best, but it's quite comical, especially by this point in the film. Chris Conrad plays Eric. He's the high school kid that Julie ends up having a pseudo-romance with, and I've talked about this at length, at nauseum, multiple times when it comes to these films that cast older people to play high school kids. Eric does not look like he's a teenager. Hilary Swank, I'm not sure that she's as young as she's supposed to be, but she definitely still seems like a teenager. I can buy that. This guy, Eric, has to be 30-something years old. And he's supposed to be, what, 16, 17? F off! I ain't buying it, people! Sure, it's one of those things where he's trying to be nice to her, he's trying to talk to her, she's not interested, until she finally is interested, randomly out of nowhere. Fine, whatever. You see that she takes care of this hawk, who, I guess he got shot in the wing, or something, I don't know. She takes care of it on top of the roof of the high school, so that's something that she sneaks off and goes to do every so often. There is a group of kids at the high school. I say kids, but once again, these dudes look like they're in their late 20s, if not 30s. They have these black shirts and black outfits. I don't know if they're supposed to be like the neighborhood watch or something. They're clearly not, but they're just dressed that way. And they're a bunch of assholes. They're a bunch of dicks. I thought that because Hilary Swank was the main character, that maybe she would be dealing with female bullies or a plastics mean girl situation, and maybe she just has to defend herself. I didn't realize that dudes would be chasing her down. Dudes would be the reason why she feels like she has to fight. These guys come off a bit rapey in some of these scenes, especially when they're grabbing her, chasing her late at night in these hallways of the school. Because what? Like, what if she didn't run away? Or if she wasn't as hard to catch for them as she was? What were they going to do to her? What was the plan? What were the boys, 5 or 6 of them, going to do to this one young girl? It's messed up if I think about it any more than that. Especially the main guy, the main kid, Ned in particular. He was such a dick. But one of the dudes in this horrible, terrible group is a very young Walton Goggins. I just thought that was funny because you instantly see his face and recognize him. A lot younger, but he definitely has a distinguishable face. And also, Michael Ironside plays Dugan. He's the guy, I don't know if he's like a PE teacher or just somebody at the school that works with these kids. He's like John Kreese 2.0, Cobra Kai 2.0. He's training them, abusing them, being a horrible dick to everybody. And he's just basically somebody for Mr. Miyagi to say, no, you're doing it all wrong. Now let me kick your ass and show you how the hell you do it. So I guess the biggest offense that this movie has is that it was a little boring. Julie-san wasn't nearly as interesting or as compelling as Daniel-san was. Seeing this dynamic of him teaching her just wasn't as engaging, wasn't as interesting. The writing is not nearly as good or as interesting as the first, even 3 movies altogether. Yeah, this one, it's something that, okay, I'm glad that I guess I can say I've watched. I can check it off my list, but I don't ever really need to see it again, if I'm being completely honest. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you have seen the next Karate Kid, aka Karate Kid 4. What do you think of it? Did you grow up on it? Maybe you have some nostalgic appreciation more than I do. I certainly wasn't as into it. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!